When you're coming out here to find these water features, you need to pay close attention to where it actually rains at. Use the mesonet. And as you can see, if you look here, you can use the map feature here to kind of zero in on what areas receive the most rainfall, and that could be a big deal. I've seen it before where it rains 5 inches on one side of the refuge and not a drop of rain on one side. So you need to target the areas of the refuge based on where the best rainfall is. For where we're going today in the far southwest corner, you do have to cross a couple of small streams, one which turns into the Sandy Creek. If you come out during aerial flooding, you will not be able to safely cross it. Same with Styx Canyon. I'm under the assumption right now that Styx Canyon is probably absolutely full of water and it's roaring. So crossing Styx Creek is out of the question, all right? It's super dangerous. You don't want to attempt it. So that's why I'm parking way up on the north side, and I'm gonna hike along the western perimeter fence and around Mount Mitchell, because I only have to cross one stream. It's not that big. Everything that drains off of Sunset Peak, Sunset Falls here, that is what will actually flow through that creek. So it's much easier to cross. You don't have to worry about getting swept away like you would with Cache Creek or Post Oak Creek or Styx Creek. Looks like it's probably going to clear out soon. It'll probably take me about an hour, hour and a half to actually get to Bathtub Falls in that area. I want to head straight there first, get some footage, and then after that, I'm going to make my way around the southwest perimeter to a couple of spots I haven't really explored before. Super windy today. The wind is blowing about 30-40 miles an hour, so I'll have the north wind at my back on the hike there. But on the way back, I will have it in my face, but it should be warmer. The sun will probably be out by that time, and it'll be much welcomed. All right, I'm gonna go find a place to park over here, probably one of the pullouts, get my gear together, and get over those falls before they dry up. All right, here we go. All right, we have a long hike in store today. Going to go around Sunset Peak, just right there. Going to go around Mount Mitchell, which we can't see yet. And then we'll be on the back side of Mount Mitchell by Sharon's Garden Mountain. Not sure what this is. This looks like something recently put together. Rock stacked sticks, I don't know. Okay, so I've come around Sunset Peak. Now I've got Mount Mitchell in sight. I found the game trail that runs along the west perimeter. It's a really well-established trail. Obviously, there's very limited official trails out here, but a lot of these places that I give you directions to, or coordinates to, there's game trails you can follow. That'll get you there. Man, really beautiful today. Everything's greening up. Trees are in full bloom. It's amazing. So I started on the other side of the northern flank of Sunset Peak, and we're going to be going all the way over to here and then up that direction behind Mount Mitchell. Got a ways to go. If you want to find waterfalls out here, all you have to do is follow these streams up. You'll find waterfalls. First water crossing. This is not as high as I expect the next one and the last one to be. This is why I chose to go this route and not through Styx Canyon, because Styx Canyon, the water will be much higher. You follow this up into the saddle there in Sunset Peak, and you'll find a few little nice cascades. And my favorite one is Sunset Falls, which feeds into what becomes Sandy Creek. It's this one right here. That's one of my favorite. It's on the south side. We'll have to cross Sandy Creek in just a little bit. All right, we are at the perimeter fence. Just gonna follow this south until it opens up and cuts off to the west. We're gonna continue
heading south at that point and go over one part of Mount Mitchell. So Mount Mitchell is definitely one of my favorite mountains to climb out here. Super rugged. Got that first big canyon there, another canyon here, and then up the slope, which you can't see because it kind of points northeast. There's a whole bunch of cascades, and I can promise you they're probably running pretty good right now. I'm going to continue on down the perimeter fence. I'm going to go around through that saddle and to the backside down to the waterfalls that we're targeting. All right, coming up on Sandy Creek. It's loud. It's big. Gotta find a good spot to cross. Neat little dam. First time I've caught it with water going over it. And here's the rest of Sandy Creek. So before the dam it splits. That's why this is so much more manageable. We're trying to go through Styx Canyon. So the sun is starting to break through the clouds over here to the west, and then just to my east, a big old powerful severe thunderstorm. Looks like it's moving off to the east though, so I should be okay. Keeping an eye on it though. Flowers are blooming. Coming up on the other elbow in the fence here. Mount Mitchell. And head up that saddle next. Drop back down again. Pretty much just going to go up a canyon, down a canyon, up a canyon, down a canyon until I get there. Sun's starting to come out, breaking through the clouds. It's a little cave over there. It's not much. I mean, it's a good place to take shelter if you need to. It's not overly deep. I mean, you could probably, I could fit my entire body in there, but it's a squeeze for sure. All right, continuing up this canyon. Made it around to the west-southwest side of Mount Mitchell. Probably about half an hour from the actual waterfalls. Getting closer. I don't think I've actually been out here when everything has been green and in bloom. Every time I've come way out here, it's in the dead of winter when everything's dormant. Really pretty. It's really pretty back here. And my favorite time to come out here in the refuge is after a rain. Sometimes you got to come out here during the rain. But these waterfalls that I'm going to check out today, they seem to flow even a couple of days after. You can see this, all this right here is going to flow into the waterfalls. So the fact that this is already flowing is a really good sign. So all this stuff up here, all the tributaries, it's all flowing into these waterfalls, and that's why they keep going for a few days after a rain. I've been back here a handful of times. Probably, I don't know, 4 times. This will be my 5th. The other 4 times I've been here, I have seen a bobcat. I've never been able to get it on camera. It's just out here strolling around and it takes off. Maybe I'll get lucky and catch it today. I know there's bobcats all over Oklahoma, and people take pictures of them all the time in the refuge. But this right here is the one place I have seen them repeatedly. Big mine. It's like a bomb crater. Man, check out the tailings from this mine. It's all dark rock. I don't know if it's just that gabbro rock. I'm not a geologist, so someone feel free to correct me in the comments. It's one of the few mines I've seen out here that have a darker colored rock. You can see where they were chipping away at this area though. Interesting. Yeah, this waterfall is going to be roaring, I can tell. It's got a good flow up here. Some decent sized rock rooms up there. I know my target is to go see the waterfalls, but I've got to check these out. These look pretty cool. A lot of ferns growing inside of it. Just a little rock cavity. Nothing too impressive. Great view of Mount Mitchell though. We got Charon's Garden Mountain right here. And then right back there sticking up we got Granite Mountain. Move those back a little ways. As usual, my kids could probably get a lot further than I can. Pretty neat though. Yeah, same thing here. You can climb back there and get a little ways. Not too bad. Couple of neat little caves here. Should be about 5 or 10 minutes away from it now. That is super rugged. Lots of vines, lots of trees. Man, luckily I'm not going back that way. All right, so we got Mitchell Canyon here, Charon's Garden Mountain here. Down below, got quite a bit of water running. It's gonna go into Seven Falls. We're gonna come in from the top and go through Bathtub Falls first. And this is Seven Falls. There's not many places that I like to go to more than once. This is definitely one of them. There's the diving board right there, sticking out from that unnamed peak. I've been there a couple times, so I'm not going to go to it today. We're going to go ahead and head this way. A couple of those canyons I haven't checked out. It looks like it's pretty rugged through there, but I'm going to head that direction and go over to the other side. Here's one of the portions of the old western boundary of the refuge. Just making a big loop on the west side here. About 6 miles in. All right, about 7 miles in, I've come all the way around. I'm back on the far west side. There's the perimeter fence again. So I got to head over that hill right there, then I got to get over another one, and then make my way around Sunset Peak. So I'm probably about an hour and a half away from being finished. But I hit all my targets. Now the sun's out, it's really pretty. On the way back. You are wanting to go to the natural Spanish cave, the one that appears in Steve Wilson's Oklahoma Treasure Tale book. It's going to be in that canyon up there to the left. I've got a video about that cave as well. More of a rock room, but it's really cool. But man, I'm telling you what, coming down here from the bottom to get up to it, it's brutal. You can kind of see where it's at. You can see a little overhang, but I don't have any more energy. I've already been there. I'm not going back to it today. It's neat though if you've never seen it before. About a mile and a half left. It's been a big one. Oh, I'm almost finished with the hike. About 9 miles in total. 1,200 feet elevation gain as of right now. It's probably going to finish about the same. It's been a while since I've hiked so far and with so much elevation change. Probably since Yosemite last June, but I feel really good. I feel like I'm finally back to hiking form. Now, you can get to those waterfalls I went to today from parking at the Indiahoma gate. The problem is Styx Canyon. If that water is too high, which I guarantee you it was today, it's too dangerous to try to cross it. So that's why I had to come the long way. Sometimes you have to put the miles in to see the really cool stuff, just how it works. Absolutely worth it. Some of the best flow I've ever seen out of Seven Falls and Bathtub Falls. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Subscribe, share, like, comment. We'll see you on the next adventure.